Thanks for joining us again on our second video as we take you on a journey from Musket Cove, Malololai Island, all the way through to paradise on Taveuni. I hope you enjoy.
This is beautiful Musket Cove that we happen to be walking past. In search of great adventures today. So today we're navigating the whole of Malololai Island. We've decided to explore the coastline again and see what we can find. There's this incredibly short, rather scary runway over here. On the other side is an ocean and what seems like only a few meters an ocean here. So we definitely don't want to get that landing wrong. Strange seeing the sky with clouds in it today. It's probably our first truly overcast day since we've been here, and we've been here for 2 weeks. As a Kiwi, that's an unusual experience. Normally it's clouds every day. So, what's your concern there?
Oh, it's making us solar power, man. We're on the generators today without that.
Oh dear. Oh dear. There's always another problem.
It was really sad as always to see so much litter above the high tide mark on all the islands we've been to so far. Plastic bottles, water bottles, jandals, clothes pegs, and a whole bunch of other stuff that you can just not even fathom how it gets there. But it does go to show that we need to be a lot more careful on how we introduce plastics into this world. Otherwise, every single bit of our world will be destroyed by plastics in the not too distant future. That is guaranteed. Our time in Musket Cove had come to an end, and it was time to take Charles and Joy back to the airport. They'd both been on board for a little while, so let's hear what they had to say.
Okay, so now we're going to hear from Charles and Joy. Charles has been with us for nearly a month. Yeah, three and a half weeks. Charles did the passage with us, and then Joy joined us for the last 10 days.
So, from my point of view, I'm kind of sad. This is our last sea trip. So I'm here back to port, and I don't enjoy being here. And especially dinner out, because one, it's so expensive, you just don't want to spend anything. And secondly, it's hot and airless. I think we might be okay with the heat at the moment. I hope so. Because I was miserable when we arrived. It was 35 degrees and I was seriously miserable. I melted. Melted in your bones. Yeah. Couldn't bear having a shirt on it. It was just horrible.
Surprisingly, with us going into the wind like this, even though the wind has let up because we are moving forward and directly into it, we actually currently have about 27 knots over our decks, which normally would be a hold on for your dear life kind of a situation, and this is easy. It's kind of cool.
After we had dropped off Charles and Joy, we picked up Tracy's folks a couple of days later and made our way from Denarau to Raki as we made our way east in Fiji. Well, we were heading east towards Savu Savu, and the easiest way to do that is through the inner reef along the northwestern side of Vitalevu. We did it over 2 days, and something we have not done before, and it was absolutely spectacular. Huge mountain ranges over 600 meters high, shield the weather coming in from the southeast trades. That's what makes, I guess, the western side of Vitalevu, the Mamanukas and the Yasawas, as dry and as warm as they are. Hence all the hotels and resorts are on that side. But it was pretty cool to see a side of Fiji that we haven't seen before in our effort to make easting. It did, however, take us 5-6 days with waiting in various places for the trade winds to soften before we could head across the Bligh Channel. But it was a pretty cool time all in all, and we saw some really cool parts of Fiji that we haven't One of the cool things about cruising Fiji on a boat is the sunsets. Every night, sunset watch was on, and this one's a special one with me and Granddad. They're always special. After spending 5 days at the top of Vitalevu, we took the gap in the weather and headed east across the Bligh Channel. We then spent the first night at Numberwalu, or Coconut Point as it's known. Unbeknown to us, it was going to be an eventful evening.
Yeah, it was very hectic. Those are the drugs going on.
Well, there was ferries, 3 of them in fact, during the night, and it created a whole bunch of entertainment for us, but it didn't allow for much sleep. We didn't realise that Numberwalu or Coconut Point was the main ferry terminal between the 2 main islands of Fiji, but we soon learnt won't be anchoring there again anytime soon.
At night too, right?
After a very average night's sleep, we made our way from Coconut Point through Nsoni Channel through to Taveuni for the next part of our adventure. The Nsoni Passage is one of those parts of the trip that you never quite know what you're going to get. It's a narrow passage dropping down to 80 metres with coral on both sides, and I'm sure it's claimed many a wreck in its time. So we decided to go out for a meal, and Taveuni is a waterside town, so what better way to get to the restaurant than by dinghy. All credit goes to Tracy's folks in their 80s, late 70s and 80s, up for an adventure any time of the day or night, and we had a brilliant meal just to top this one off.
Right, are you all smiling here, guys? Ponky's smiling. Nana's smiling. That's because they're celebrating. The skipper's going to make my bottom wet.
Done.
Off for dinner. We're off to celebrate the anniversary of these 2 oldies. They've been married 59 years. Kind of like a life sentence.
We didn't spend as much time in Taveuni as we would have liked, but the weather window dictates where we go, so it was an early morning start, and we continued to head east up the Somo Strait to Viani Bay.
It's 6 a.m. and we are on our way once again. We've been here in Taveuni just for a couple of days this time. The weather's turned and the wind is favourable for us to get over to Taveuni. It's the place in Fiji where our hearts lie, so we're very excited to be getting over to paradise this afternoon and hopefully getting in the water. We're dying to do some scuba diving. It's a beautiful, still morning here in the marina. Although don't be misled, it's very humid. You can hardly move and you just feel all the stickiness on your skin. Not that I'm complaining. It's Brendan who struggles the most with the hot weather. I can never quite get enough of the morning. There's just such a beautiful stillness and calm about the world when you wake up to a day like this. You just know it's going to be a fantastic day full of lots of adventure. And I feel good, na 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 na, like I know that I should, na 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 na. Leaving Taveuni. I love Taveuni. It's this quaint little village with all sorts of little hidden gems. One thing's for sure is they make amazing food. We never ever stop eating when we come here, so we've in just over 24 hours managed to eat tuna curries and filet mignon and waffles and spicy sweet and sour chicken and fried chicken and beautiful baked Chelsea buns, and I think Liam had a sausage roll. Like, we literally have stocked up on the calories.
actually quite incredible to watch the storm moving across the port side of us here. Hopefully it's going to stay away. Looks quite mysterious.
The magical Taveuni Bay, home to Dive Academy Fiji, where we experienced a lovu, a traditional Fijian method of cooking, and we had a fantastic evening there with Tracy's folks. If you're ever in this part of the world, make sure to stop in. Some of the best diving, the most incredible bay, and a really cool resort and dive school run by Maria and Johnny. It's certainly worth checking it out, Dive Academy Fiji. This was one or two of the cool Fijian traditional things that we did. We also took Tracy's folks to the nearby village, and we did the whole traditional, offering sevu sevu, or a heartfelt gift of kava, as we would call it. It's not just a drink, it's a gesture of peace and a key to their communal lands. In this moment, you're not a visitor to their village anymore. You become part of a long-standing tradition that has welcomed strangers from across the seas into Fijian villages for centuries and centuries.
Me tu pata tu abi ba alonga tatai. Alonga tu mai la e. Ba alonga tatai ni amdo tu amdo so oboli. Na wasa wasa vitingo. Do tu mandanga do tu ora mata tu mandanga. Tu ana tu mandanga mai na mana. Mana. Indina. Amdo. Do.
That was the end of our cultural experience at Taveuni Bay, and we set off across the Somo Somo Strait towards Paradise on Taveuni, and we encountered whales. Yay! So this is Paradise Resort on Taveuni Island, and that's exactly what it is. That's Mike, the head honcho resort, and tonight there is Fiji night, so they are preparing a lovo, which is the same as a hangi but different. So this is an upmarket dive resort, and as yachties we get to use all of this for free. I mean, look at that, there's Balto just over there. How cool is it? And there we go, we have it. One of the really cool things about Paradise in Taveuni is the little things they do for the guests. Every single guest that arrives and departs is personally sung to, and we were fortunate enough to capture the Isla Lei, which is the farewell song as it was sung to some departing guests today. Check this out.
I'm going to go around the other side.